So I don't know if you can hear that raven. And I think the raven's been hanging around here a lot. I sold all my chickens and I sold all the ducks and the geese. What I have now are the Muscovies over here. And I think some of these young hens are probably laying. And that's what the I'm pretty sure that's what the ravens are here for. And I just cleaned that pond, and now it's dirty again. I have 5 or 6 of them that are out running around. Been trying to keep them in, but they fly. Muscovies fly. They're a flying duck. This one here, right here, there's white one with his head tucked under his feathers. That's the oldest male here. I don't know where the older female is. But I am selling all these guys. I will keep just 2 hens because his female is pretty old, and I think that's her over there with her head tucked under her feathers. She's the one that's the oldest female. And the rest of these are all pretty young. Ducks are horrible about water, and this is one reason why I have to sell the ducks and why I had to sell all the geese. Was because our water situation has been bad for the last year. I tried to get a video of it yesterday, me watering everything, and it just didn't turn out right at all. So I deleted the video. And my videos aren't all that great anyway. I try my best to do them, but they're just not good. Some are okay videos, some are not so okay videos. But this is why I sold all the ducks and everything last year, was because of our water. I sold all the chickens because the chicken pen needs work. I have 3 or 4 posts, and the posts are not in the ground. They are sitting on 4x4 post holders, and the post holders are cemented into the ground. But the post holders are sitting on the surface of the ground, just above the ground a little bit. So the posts aren't really in dirt. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I usually don't show my face on camera because who wants to really look at me? But, you know, an 82-year-old woman. I'm not beautiful. I'm not good looking. And that's the same thing. Why I said that, I don't know. But I think that one's got dirt around it. That one's got dirt around. No, it's sitting on top of the cement. But if you look, you can see right here are the posts that they're sitting on. They are 4x4 post holders. And then they're all. And so these here are good. This one here is getting wobbly, but over on the other side you can see it's kind of tipping inside the fence, and there's 2 of them. There's actually 2 of them back there, and then we have this one here that's over in the peacock pen. Oh my gosh, so you can see how it's really tilted in. But, and if you look, you can see, if I can get a clear picture of it without the camera focusing on something else, there is an egg there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see these posts. So this all has to be, those have to be taken out of the post holders. So you can see the post holder a little better there. That's what it is, and that's how they're cemented in. It has a long, anybody that's done construction knows how these post holders work. A lot of people have even seen how they work. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of that egg. There, now you can see that egg. One egg. And I don't see any more. But these are the female peacocks. And it's not a good egg because there's no males in here with them. But the water situation is what I'm talking about. That's why I'm selling the ducks and why I sold the ducks and the geese. And the fence post situation is why I sold the chickens. So we're going to go over and I'll show you. You can still hear those ravens discussing the matter. But the cistern that we've had here for about 6 years, because our well went dry once already, and we've lived here since 2013, and it's 2026, almost 27. So we've been here a while. And in 2019 or 20, it went dry. So I'm going to get a part for that so I can put a hose on it. I just need a reducer and then put a hose on that along with a shutoff valve. Now it's going to cost $250 for 2,000 gallons of water, and this is a 2,500 gallon tank, and there's a 2,000 gallon mark. And 6 years ago now, I believe it is, it cost us $250 for 2,500 gallons. So the cost is actually hasn't gone up, but it has gone up for less water. So here's our original shut-off valve that we had on it once before, along with that. So I don't know why the valve was taken off here. Yeah, we must have did it for a reason. I don't know why. But then a friend of mine has a well drilling outfit, which he is no longer doing because he can no longer do it. And anyway, he did it for free because I was out of work because of the COVID. And anyway, it's starting to give us issues again. And I'm really not sure if it's the pump or the well, because it will have a huge amount of water. Now I know it's draining water out of the house as well when we turn it on, because it's not pumping enough water back into the system to keep the house water going and the outdoor water going at the same time. So I know it's draining water out of the house. So it's draining water probably out of the hot water heater, which is not a good thing because that can destroy the hot water heater. So this is why I'm wanting to refill this tank with water. And I know it's $250, you know. The job I have is at Walmart. It's not the greatest job. They've cut our hours. This is what they did. This is Walmart's way of thinking. They wanted to keep us from taking our vacations during the summer. So instead of to keep us there, what they did was they gave us $2 an hour more on our wage to keep us at Walmart for the summer, from, I believe it was from May to September. So they always cut hours, like in the end of December, they start cutting our hours. So December, January, February, and sometimes in March they even cut our hours, and they can cut our hours clear down to like 34 hours. So it's hard enough to make a living as it is on 40 hours, let alone 34 hours. So when they gave us the $2 wage increase, and this was in May, they gave it to us, and they had already been cutting our hours before May. Now, we had our hours cut in March and April, and then they cut our hours right after they gave us the $2 wage increase. Now, it's only for just until September. Then we lose that $2 again. We just go back to our normal wage. That's what we'll go back to. I have been there 5 years, and I'm making $19 an hour is what I'm making. Sounds like a lot of money? It's not. Not with the cost of everything. The cost of food, the cost of gas, insurance, the increase of property tax, all that. Sounds great, doesn't it? Sounds really good. But it's not. So after they gave us the $2, so now I'm making $21. Only till September, though. When September ends, they'll take that $2 away from us. But they've been cutting our hours ever since. I've been getting 34 and 36 hours. And last week, I think I got a 40-hour week. And next week, I get a 35-hour week. They're cutting me an hour a day for 5 days. So that's 35 hours and not 40. So it's really, basically I'm still making the $19 an hour by them cutting my wage, by cutting my hours. So anyway, that's how Walmart thinks. So the Get Back situation, I know it's going to cost me $250 for 2,000 gallons, but I'm hoping that I can get it to be gravity flow to water the plants over by the house, to water the plants over in the garden area. But I don't think I'll get gravity flow to the goats and the ducks. And like I said, I am selling these ducks. I'm going to sell them to where I only have just 4 ducks. I'm going to keep the 2 older, male and female, and then I'll keep 2 other males. And that's how I got all these babies anyway, is a friend gave me 2 female Muscovies, and he bred them. And one of the ducks, one of the Muscovies had 20-some ducklings. The other one had, I think, 18. And the white mama, she only had like 6 babies. But between the raven and the hawks, she lost them all. She's not that good of a mom. But why am I keeping her? Because she's old. That's why I'm keeping her. And the goats, I keep the goats because they drink the less amount of water than a cow or a horse. A cow can drink 50 gallons of water a day. So in a 100-gallon tank, that's half of a tank. And that's probably during the winter. During the summer, the cow can drink a lot more. And if she's milking, she'll drink a lot more. Especially if she has a calf on her and she's being milked at the same time. That's why I don't have a cow. I just have the goats. The goats drink approximately, in summertime, maybe 5 gallons of water. And there's our juniper tree. The junipers, they're not doing very well. You can see they're pretty dry because we've had a lot of dry years. And we used to get like 4 feet of snow here in the wintertime. We haven't gotten that lately. We haven't been getting that lately. And there's our breeding buck over there making noise. Now you see, I have 3 watering tanks here. That's Henry's tank because it's easy for him to bend it over. And then we have these others. That one there's got to be washed back out, and that one's got to be dumped too today. But you can see that with all these goats and Henry, and I don't know where Henry is. Where's Henry, girls? Is Henry in the barn where it's cool? There's our breeding buck. He's our new one. And anyway, you can see their water's not down that much, so they don't drink that much water. So that's why I have the goats, because they don't drink as much water as a cow. A cow will drink, like I said, 50 gallons a day. And it can even increase to be more than that, like when they're milking it all. So, hey girls. Hey girls. Hey girls. Hello. You like being scratched. You always like being scratched, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Even that little brown one over there that's sleeping. Yeah. 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 Anyway, I'm going to end this video. I kind of chatted a little too long. I try not to. She needs to be wormed, and I'm going to worm them today. She looks like she might need to be wormed too. So I'm going to worm everybody today. Everybody's going to get wormed. Yep, everybody. You little cutie. You little cutie. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah. See? Anyway, hope everybody has a good day. Please subscribe. Please press the like button at least, if anything else, and make a comment. Thank you.